Good afternoon. It's Dr. B here, Maximize Living Doctor right here in Lewis Center, Ohio, and I want to do another newsletter slash tip of the week. I'm super excited. It's a pretty special day for me. I turned 34 today. Yes, it's my birthday, and today's just got me thinking a lot about my boys and my family, and the last 34 years of where I've been and where I am now. And I want to talk about this concept of value and big why. And so, we talk a lot about big why and having a mission and a vision. The most successful people in the world, however you determine success, you think about the Bible and the story of Jesus. Like he had a big why. He had a mission. He had a vision from God, and a super narrow focused window of opportunity to get what he needed to get done on earth. And so for me, a patient had asked me, I was actually doing a shopping tour, and this person says, so what exactly is a big why? And I thought that was interesting because this patient has been a patient of mine for a couple years now. And so I thought, hey, no better way than to express what my big why is, and the importance of why that's so important for you in your health journey, in your spiritual journey, in your physical journey. So, a big why is really something, and Simon Sinek, he's one of the leaders in, this particular field. You can go on YouTube and type in big why, Simon Sinek. He talks about how, these big companies like Apple and Microsoft, especially Apple, they, it's not about the what or the how, but it's really the why that's the core of their mission and foundation. So, people will drive in snowstorms with 3 feet of snow to purchase a computer that's $1,000 overpriced, that a Dell can do the same. Why is it that Apple does better than Dell or Microsoft? Because of the why and how they do things in their company. So, for me, the reason why I do what I do isn't because I thought chiropractic was a good idea. The reason why I do what I do, and I come to work every day. It's my birthday today, and I'm at work. I'm blessing people, and I'm adjusting people, turning people's power on, and I'm not taking the day off, is because this is my mission. Like, this is my vision. My why in life is that I don't want any single person, man, woman, or child, ever coming into my clinic with a bad neck or bad back or just bad health and not knowing about it, and happen to have done to them what happened to me when I didn't know I had other options. And so, that's what drives me every day. That's what gets me up at 5 o'clock every morning to work out. It's not about looking good in a bathing suit. It's not about losing weight. It's not about being a particular or acting a certain way or dressing a certain way, but it's about, my mission, which is to make sure that nobody ever has to go through what I went through in life. And so, when this woman who's actually, a doctor, she said, is losing weight a big why? And I said, well, it depends on what that means for you. So, I don't think losing weight is a bad goal, but a lot of times, why is it that people will set a weight loss goal on January 1st, and then by February 1st, they've failed at that goal? I don't necessarily think it's the goal itself, but it's what does that goal do to you emotionally? When I think of little boys at 6 years old wrestling and not being checked regularly by a chiropractor, or any athlete at that in that particular area. Any athlete that's going through anything and not being checked by a chiropractor, I know what happens to that kid. I know what eventually happens to that person when they don't get checked by a chiropractor like myself. And so that kind of brings tears to my eyes. That makes me very emotional because I have boys. And so, looking good in a bathing suit doesn't really get me emotional, but it may for you. All I know is that a why is something that is bigger than just you. A why isn't about you, actually. A better goal would be, I want to lose weight because being overweight doubles my risk of developing cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, and I have kids. And if I'm not healthy and I develop cancer, heart disease, or diabetes, then I'm not only affecting me, but I'm affecting my kids and my future grandkids. And for me, that's why I do what I do, is to make sure people don't have to go through that. And for me, health-wise, like if I don't take care of my spine, if I don't get up every morning and work out and eat good food, I have two beautiful boys and a wife at home. That would be very selfish of me to think that I could just mosey my way through life doing whatever it is that I wanted to do with no repercussions for my actions, and then everything be okay. And then all of a sudden wake up one day at 60 and be like, well, I have cancer. I don't know how it got here. But really it was because of the last 30 years of just playing Russian roulette with my life. And so, I leave behind, bills. I leave behind kids that don't know their dad anymore, and just a lot of grief. And so, you have to have a why. You have to have a vision for your life, and you have to have. It has to be deeper than just these surface level. I'm not talking 2 inches deep and a mile wide. I'm talking a mile deep and and 2 inches wide. That's the kind of goals that are going to drive you into reaching optimum health and function. Families, 50 years of marriage, this amazing spiritual journey, and just other people able to follow you and for you to be a leader and wherever you're at. So, that's the big why. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because, any person, if you're watching and you're a patient of mine, I just want you to know that, that's my why. I'm not adjusting you because I thought chiropractic was a good idea. Chiropractic chose me. God had a plan for me. And I wake up every single morning so that way you can be as healthy as possible and you don't have to end up like me. And so, share your big why. Email me, get on Facebook, Facebook/Renew, Rebuild, Revive, and, post your comments, share your why. Let's talk about it. I think it's great to know what your goals are. Next time you're in the clinic, tell me what your why is. And so we can hold on to that together, and I can kind of push you through this journey in our office, so that way, because here's the powerful thing about this. If you know your why and your kids or your wife or your husband knows your why, then that's going to allow them to keep you accountable, and they're going to be inspired by you to want to make changes. But when you do this by yourself and you have two different types of lifestyles going on under one roof, it never really works out anyway. So share your why. Hey, it's always a blessing to be able to hang out with you guys for about 5 to 10 minutes every week. If you have questions or concerns, like I said, go to Facebook/Renew, Rebuild, Revive. Post your comments there. Any upcoming videos you want to see from me, I'm just here to serve you. Until next week, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.